Welcome to Making a Murderer, Rubberducky YouTube channel. Oh boy, you guys, we've made it over halfway through the CASO. We're on part 55 of the daily MaM reading, and this is the CASO Investigative Reports. Page 541. We want everything out in front so we can say, yeah, we knew that, Stephen. He told us that. So yeah, you know that you get my drift. I know Mark has some, so I'm just going to give you an opportunity to talk to us now and kind of fill in those gaps for us. Brendan nods yes. Uyghur. Honestly, here, Brendan, is the thing that's going to help you. Okay? No matter what you did, we can work through that. Okay? We can't make any promises, but we'll stand behind you no matter what you did. Okay? Because you're being the good guy here. You're the one that's saying, you know what? Maybe I made some mistakes, but here's what I did. The other guy involved in this doesn't want to help himself. All he wants to do is blame everybody else, okay? By you talking with us, it's going to help you. It's helping you, okay? Because you're the honest person and the one is the one that's going to get a better deal out of everything. You know how that works. Brendan nods yes. Brendan, nods yes. Weird. You know, honesty is the only thing that will set you free, right? And we know, like Tom said, we reviewed the tapes. We know there's some things you left out. We know there's some things that maybe weren't quite correct that you told us, okay? We've been investigating this a long time. We pretty much know everything. That's why we're talking to you again today. We really need you to be honest this time with everything, okay? If, in fact, you did some things, which we believe some things may have happened that you didn't want to tell us about, it's okay. As long as you can. As long as you be honest with us, it's okay. If you lie about it, it's going to be problems, okay? Does that sound fair? Brendan nods yes. Brendan, nods yes. Weird. All right. Should we just go through the whole day again on the 31st, or how do you want to do it? Fastbender. We can try to give him a chance to just talk to us, and Uyghur, sure. Fastbender. If he wants to go through the whole day, if he wants to fill in the pieces, that's up to Brendan right now. Uyghur. What would you rather do? Fastbender. Just want to talk to us, tell us, and starting with that day, and how you actually came to know what happened and stuff, because I already know you were in the garage, and stuff apparently cleaned up and stuff, so tell us about that. Brendan nods yes. Page 542. Brendan, well, he was working on his car and like he did something wrong and then like they poked a hole in like something, then it started leaking. And then later on, cause I was helping him before I went over there a little bit. Fassbender, yeah, I know. Brendan, and later on he needed help. I helped him move the car out of there and cleaned it up and I went back home and then later on I got a call from him and he wanted me to come over. Weird. Let's go back a little bit, okay? When did you first go over by Stephen? Brendan nods yes. Brendan, at like 9 o'clock. Weird. But you said you were over in the garage helping him. Brendan, yeah. Weird. When was that? Brendan, like 6:30. Weird. Okay. So let's go back, okay? Let's go back to around that time. You get home off the bus at around 3:45. Brendan nods yes. Brendan, yeah. Nods yes. Weird. And what do you do? Now you got to be honest here. Brendan, I walked home and I go into my house. Weird. Okay. Brendan, and Weird. What did you see at that time? Brendan, that she was talking or her car was over there? Fassbender, where was her car? Page 543. Brendan, look on the other side of where you drove by our house. Fassbender, uh-huh. Brendan, where you turned there, it was like on the other side of the road there by the trees. Weird. And you just said something. You said she was talking. Brendan, yeah? Weird. And you stop now remembering this is very important because we already know what happened that day, okay? Let's just be honest here, okay, Brendan? Brendan nods yes. Brendan, uh-huh, nods yes. Weird. Let's get this out. Fassbender, use your memory. Not what Stephen told you. Not what anyone else told you. Be honest, because we're we're gonna be able to tell whether you're being honest, whether you're not being honest. I'm telling you right now. So you're walking down the road, and let's pick it up again, okay, Brendan? Nods yes, Brendan. I seen him talking to her on his porch, and that I seen her Jeep there, and I walked in the house. Weird. So she's standing, meaning she is Teresa? Brendan. Uh-huh, nods yes. Weird. Did you recognize her? Brendan. Not at first. Weird. You just knew later on when this all came out. Brendan. Yeah. Nods yes. Weird. So she's standing on his porch? Page 544. Brendan. Uh-huh. Nods yes. Fassbender. Did Blaine see that? Brendan shakes his head. No. I don't think. Fassbender. And you're sure you saw that? You're sure it wasn't another time or anything like that? Brendan shakes his head. No. It was Halloween this year? Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. This last year, on the front porch, the area. Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. Do you remember what she was wearing? I know it's a long time ago. Don't guess. If you remember, you can say it. Brendan shakes head. No, I don't remember. Fassbender. Do you remember how he was dressed? Brendan. I think he or a white short or white shirt with like red shorts or something like that. Fassbender. Okay. Anytime you don't remember, you say that, all right? Brendan nods yes. Weird. Yep. Don't make anything up. You don't know it? You don't know it. Brendan nods yes. Fassbender. So then, did what happened? You saw her and him on the porch, and they were what? Brendan nods yes. Brendan. They were talking. Fassbender. And then what did you do? Brendan. I walked in my house. Fassbender. And they were just talking. Were they doing anything else? Were they screaming, fighting, talking, pushing, anything? Page 545. Brendan shakes head. No, just talking. Fassbender. Okay. You went in your house, and this is about 3:45. Brendan nods yes. Mm-hmm. Fassbender. And then what did you do in your house? Be honest so we don't have to go through this 8 times. Brendan. I went into my room, and because my mom told me I had to clean my room, I cleaned it a little bit and then played PlayStation 2 for a little bit. And it was like 5, and my brother was on the phone with his friend. Fassbender. Blaine? Brendan nods yes. Yeah? Fassbender. Okay. Brendan. And he was talking about going trick-or-treating with them, and that Jason will pick him up at like 7. Fassbender. And then? Brendan. Then I ate. Then I went into the living room and like I was like eating in the living room and watching TV. Fassbender. And what did you see? Uyghur. Honest. Brendan. Like what? Fassbender. Like what happened? Brendan. Well then he called and said that he wanted help on his car. Uyghur. Okay. Did he call you or did he come over? Brendan. He called me. Page 546. Uyghur. Well, on your cell phone or on the house phone? Brendan. The house phone. Uyghur. He calls your house phone? Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender. And this is about what time now? Brendan. About 6:30. Fassbender. Okay. What does he say to you? Brendan. He says, do you want to help me with fix the car? Because he said that if I would help him on his cars, he would like help me find a car. Fassbender. Okay. Brendan. And so I did, and then that's when he like cut something, and then it was leaking on the floor. Well, here, let's stop right there. So he called you and asked you to help fix the car. Brendan nods yes. Mm-hmm. Weird. And you go over to this house. Brendan nods yes. Mm-hmm. Weird. And where do you go? Brendan. Into the garage. Weird. And what's in the garage? Brendan. His Monty. Weird. His Monty. Brendan nods yes. Where's the Suzuki? Brendan. On the side. Page 547. Fassbender. Is the big garage door open? Brendan nods yes. Mm-hmm. Fassbender. So you walk in there, and this is Halloween. Brendan nods yes. Okay. And what's he doing? Brendan. He's working on his Monty. Fassbender. What about the fire? Brendan, do you mean if it was started or something? No, it wasn't. Shakes his head, no. Fassbender, okay. We're not going to go any further in this because we need to get the truth out now. We know the fire was going. We know that he had already had his altercation with Teresa. We don't believe there's a Monty in there. I talked to you the other night and you said nothing about a Monty. You said nothing about something getting punctured or leaking out. We talked about cleaning something up in the garage. You told me that you thought thinking back now there was blood. It was red in color, plus you're at your house. You said 6:30. I'll go that far with you, but it might even be earlier. What's going on? Let's take it through honestly now. Brendan nods yes. Weir, come on, Brendan, be honest. I told you before, that's the only thing that's going to help you here. We already know what happened, okay? Brendan nods yes. Fassbender. We don't get honesty here. I'm your friend right now, but I gotta believe in you. And if I don't believe in you, I can't go to bat for you, okay? You're nodding to tell us what happened. Brendan nods yes. Uyghur, your mom said you'd be honest with us, Brendan. Nods yes. Fassbender, and she's behind you 100% no matter what happens here. Uyghur, yep, that's what she said, because she thinks you know more too. Fassbender, we're in your corner. Brendan nods yes. Uyghur, we already know what happened. Now tell us exactly. Don't lie. Fassbender, we can't say it for you, Brendan, okay? Page 548. Brendan, well, that morning he said that if he wanted me to come over like a 6:30 and he had the fire started because he wanted to burn some tires. Fassbender, uh-huh. Brendan, so he had it started and the Jeep was still in there. Uyghur, whose Jeep? Brendan, the Suzuki. Uyghur, it was still in where? Brendan, in the garage. Fassbender, so the Monty's not in there. Brendan shakes his head, no. Okay. Fassbender, whose car was in the garage? Tell me the truth. We already know. Just tell us. It's okay. Fassbender, the truth. It's so easy to tell the truth. It's hard to make things up. Brendan, her Jeep. Fassbender, that's right. Uyghur, her Jeep was in the garage, wasn't it? Brendan nods. Yes. Fassbender, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but when you were at the house, you just went over there because you had talked about it in the morning. Is that correct? Brendan nods yes. Mm-hmm. Fassbender, there was no call from Steven asking you to come over there, was there? And you went over. Was the big door closed? Brendan shakes his head. No. Brendan shakes his head. No. Mm-mm. Fassbender, are you sure about that? Page 549. Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Uyghur, so the big door is open and her truck is in there when you get over there. Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Fassbender, by her truck? Who are we talking about? Brendan, well, if I wanted to come over later. Fassbender, no. Whose truck? Uyghur, whose truck? Fassbender is in there. Brendan, oh, the truck? Fassbender, yeah. Brendan, her Jeep. Fassbender, who's her? Brendan, Teresa's. Fassbender, okay. And that Jeep is a what? Do you remember? Brendan, like what color? Fassbender, color or make? Brendan, green, like a greenish blue. Fassbender, okay. Weird. Is it drove in or is it backed into the garage? Brendan, it's backed in. Weird. Okay. Page 550. Weird. Now, let's be honest. What did he tell you? What did he show you? Fassbender, what did you see? What did he tell you? Brendan, he showed me the knife and the rope. Weird. Where was she? Come on, we know this already. Be honest. Brendan, in the back of the Jeep. Weird. She was in the back of the Jeep? Brendan nods yes. Was she alive or dead at the time? Brendan, dead. Fassbender, are you sure? Brendan nods yes. Okay. What did you see in the back now? This is hard, but what did you see in the back of the Jeep? Brendan, that she was lying there with like a small blanket over her? Fassbender, do you remember where her head was? Brendan shakes his head no. Not really. Fassbender, did she have clothes on? Brendan, yeah. Nods yes. Fassbender, she was clothed? Brendan nods yes. Yeah. Weird. Was she tied up already, or did you help him do that? Brendan shakes head. No. Brendan, she was tied up already. Fassbender, where? Tell me how she was tied up. Brendan, like the rope was right here around her body. Thank you very much for joining me for the Daily MaM Reading with the CASO Investigative Reports this week. We have completed 550 pages out of 1,117. So that's a good chunk. We're doing really well. I'm not going to go through and review the coercion of Brendan. It's too distressing, and there's really no point because it's just Fassbender and Wiegert talking. So I want to thank you again for your support on our channel, as well as your support for Brendan and Steven, which is the very, very most important. Tonight we do have Dr. Silkman's presentation on the comparison of Teresa Halbach's DNA and Christine Rudy's DNA. And he's going to let us know on a forensic level if the DNA matches or if it doesn't. So are they the same person or are they two different girls? And you guys, it's time. If you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful week.